Today in the headlines, Amazon new devices, Meta's AI ads, and the US government saying that actually DeepSeek is kind of not that great. Welcome back to the AI Daily Brief Headlines Edition, all the daily AI news you need in around 5 minutes. We kick off today with a new report from the National Institute of Standards and Technology that finds DeepSeek lacking in both performance and security. Announcing the report, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick wrote, "Today, thanks to President Trump's AI Action Plan, the Commerce Department and NIST's Center for AI Standards and Innovation have released a groundbreaking evaluation of American versus adversary AI. Result: American AI models dominate. Our systems outperform DeepSeek across nearly every benchmark. The report is clear. DeepSeek lags far behind, especially in cyber and software engineering. These weaknesses aren't just technical, they demonstrate why relying on foreign AI is dangerous and short-sighted. Allowing our adversaries to control AI poses serious risks to our security. By setting the standards, driving innovation, and keeping America secure, the Department of Commerce is helping ensure continued US leadership in AI." Now, in addition to lack of performance, NIST found that DeepSeek was more expensive than comparable US models. They claimed that one of the US models used as a reference cost 35% less on average to complete the 13 performance benchmarks that were tested. NIST also found that DeepSeek's models were 12 times more likely than US frontier models to allow malicious instructions designed to derail them from the desired task. NIST wrote, "Hijacked agents sent phishing emails, downloaded and ran malware, and exfiltrated user login credentials all in a simulated environment." DeepSeek's models were also far more susceptible to jailbreaking, responding to 94% of malicious requests after using a common jailbreaking technique compared to just 8% for US reference models. NIST found that DeepSeek's models echoed 4 times as many inaccurate and misleading CCP narratives as US models. And finally, and perhaps most concerningly, they found adoption of Chinese models has greatly increased since DeepSeek R1 was released. They anchored this claim on the statistics that downloads of DeepSeek models are up 1,000% since January of this year. Now, some people were a little skeptical of this, but mostly it was just a Rorschach test for wherever your politics happen to already be. How much it changes any sort of AI policy, I'm a little bit more skeptical of. Next up, a little in the AI hardware realm, Apple has scrapped plans to iterate on the Vision Pro and will shift focus to developing AI smart glasses. It seems that Meta's Ray-Bans were just too compelling, forcing Apple to scuttle their existing plans. Bloomberg's Apple specialist Mark Gurman reports that Apple had plans to develop a cheaper, lightweight version of the Vision Pro, which was on track for release in 2027. Sources said that last week, however, Apple announced internally that staff would be pulled off that project to accelerate work on smart glasses instead. Plans are reportedly to work on 2 different versions of the glasses product. A cheaper version, dubbed the N50, will compete with the original Meta Ray-Bans, and a higher spec version will include a display to go up against the newly released Meta Ray-Ban display. The N50 is expected to be ready for unveiling next year ahead of a 2027 release, while the display version isn't expected until 2028. The design for Apple's glasses seems to stick close so far to Meta's product line. Apple plans to use voice controls and integrated AI as the core interface. The glasses will also feature speakers for music and cameras for media recording, and Apple is also reportedly exploring integrating health tracking capabilities for the device as well. The reporting also seems to suggest that Apple has come to consider it a mistake to have tried to sell a $3,500 consumer device that's not comfortable enough to use for long periods of time. Writes Gurman, Apple executives have acknowledged the product's shortcomings in private, viewing it as an over-engineered piece of technology. The game's not over, but it certainly puts more evidence of the column that smart glasses, for the moment, are at the very tippy top of the format war for AI devices. Speaking of devices, Amazon has released a new line of smart devices built specifically for their AI assistant Alexa Plus. The entire range of Echo smart speakers have been upgraded with new custom silicone featuring an AI accelerator. This will allow the new devices to provide local inference for Amazon's AI models, and the devices will also include a new custom sensor platform designed to make ambient AI feel more natural. The sensors include cameras, audio, ultrasound, Wi-Fi radar, and an accelerometer. Basically everything imaginable to make the AI model aware of its surroundings. The goal is to make interactions with the ambient AI feel more natural and responsive. Some of the devices enable new AI features across Amazon's smart home systems. The latest Ring cameras now have facial recognition technology that can keep track of friends and family and distinguish them from lurking strangers. Another feature called Search Party allows users to send out an alert across networked cameras in a neighborhood to search for a lost pet. This is the first big product refresh since Amazon hired product chief Panos Panay away from Microsoft back in 2023. Panay told Bloomberg, "My belief is that our job is to make devices the next big business at Amazon." And AI is very clearly right at the core of the strategy, which Panay articulated as great products made even better through ambient AI. Lastly today, a relevant one given all the dust up around Sora 2 and the presumption that all of this is leading to ads in ChatGPT, Meta has crossed the Rubicon and will start to target ads based on users' AI chats. Meta announced a change to their recommendation system on Wednesday that will see AI interactions used to personalize content and advertising delivery across their apps. Meta gave the example of a user asking their chatbot for nearby hiking recommendations. The user might then be served hiking-related content and ads for hiking boots or other gear. Users won't be able to opt out, but sensitive topics will be automatically excluded. These include politics, religion, sexual orientation, health, and racial origin. The change will go live in December, and the policy won't apply in the UK, Europe, and South Korea due to their stricter tech privacy rules, although Meta plans a compliant rollout at a later date. Christy Harris, the privacy policy manager at Meta, said, "People's interactions simply are going to be another piece of the input that will inform the personalization of feeds and ads. We're still in the process of building the first offerings that will make use of this data." Look, feels pretty inevitable that ads are going to be a part of the AI landscape. I think to some extent the question will be, for people who are already paying for subscriptions, are they going to have to deal with ads as well? What sort of privacy controls will there be? All of these questions remain to be seen, but it is not surprising that we are getting to this point. Frankly, it's just surprising that it's taken this long. For now, that's going to do it for today's headlines. Next up, the main episode.